Greetings, Spirit Pals, and welcome to Drinking Out Loud, where I am about to try a rum that I've had my eye on for a long time. And frankly, one of the reasons that I decided to launch a spirit-specific club that is all about rums, tequilas, brandies, and other world spirits is because I really wanted an excuse to crack this bad boy open. This is a Plantation 2001 Fiji single cask rum, and it's very cool because it was finished in a French single malt from Ex-Rozelieures distillery, which we've had in the store before. They don't export to BC anymore, unfortunately. We've had it in the Dram Association, our whiskey club, before. And I just think this is super cool. This is really unique. It's basically an independent bottler. The Plantation is essentially a line of rums by what's called Maison Ferrand. Maison Ferrand are, spirits experts. They've been making things for a long time. They make absolutely the best curacao on the market. And they bottle rum. And they bottle really, really good rums. And I've had some of their sort of regular ones. The Plantation Dark is fantastic. Weirdly, their pineapple rum is gorgeous. They use actual roasted pineapples in it. It is superb. But I've been really looking forward to this. So, the whole idea of this club started off with the idea of them alternatives, and I've had a couple of alternative tastings even here on YouTube through the Dram Association. And the idea of an alternative is a different spirit that still appeals to the palate of a single malt whiskey enthusiast. And that is what I'm expecting from this. Single cask rums very much fit that bill. We've had some wonderful S&WS examples. Had one in the last outturn. You should check it out. It was from Jamaica. From Worthy Park. Beautiful, beautiful rum. It's all sold out now. And I've got high hopes for this one. So what makes Plantation particularly special is the amount of details they're willing to give about their rums. In fact, I printed out a list from their official PDF here of some of the stats. So I'm going to ignore the tasting notes a little because I want to make my own mind up. Just cover those up. Origin, Rum Company of Fiji. So I believe that's the name of the distillery. Raw material, molasses, as you'd expect for a rum. Fermentation time, 4 to 5 days. Cool. Distillation, pot still. Good, cool. Year of distillation, 2001. Tropical aging. So that's aging actually in a tropical location, maybe Fiji itself, I assume. 19 years in a bourbon cask. Continental aging. Aging in Europe. 1 year in Ferrand casks, which is the brandy from Maison Ferrand. And then, or is it a wine? It's either brandy or wine. Some kind of Great Base thing. Then further maturation, finished for 4 months in a Ex-Rozelieures single malt whiskey cask. Volatile substances. They get really geeky here. We're going 760 grams per hectolitre. Esters, 239 grams per hectolitre. Dosage, so added sugars. None. Zero. Zilch. Cane sugar caramel, E150A, percent volume. None. So no added flavour, no added colouring. I frankly have no idea what the volatile substances and esters mean. Maybe you're a distiller, maybe you do. I don't. If the volatile substances being 760 grams per hectolitre and the esters being 239 grams per hectolitre, if that is actually interesting, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know why it's interesting, because it's all, I want to say Greek, but it feels wrong to say Greek because, I don't know, Greek is a very widely spoken language. It's all, I'm trying to think of that fake language from Star Trek, but I've never actually seen Star Trek, but whatever the fake language from Star Trek is, it's all that to me. Anyway, let's take a look at the box. Plantation single cask rums are limited releases of double-aged haute couture rums. All Plantation rums mature in a 2-stage aging process, beginning in the tropics where they age in bourbon casks, and then in France to mature in Ferrand casks. Plantation single cask rums then benefit from further maturation in carefully selected beer, wine, or spirit casks, each selected to enhance the rum's unique characteristics. Each single cask rum takes on its own aging path to greatness, and each bottle is personalized and numbered. Only a few barrels of these unique reserve rums are bottled annually, making them a prize for collectors. Very cool. All right. Going in. 45.9% alcohol. It seems too precise to not be like cask strength, so maybe it is. Maybe they do something that I've seen in other spirits where they reduce the ABV before putting it in a finishing cask. That might be the case here. Love that it comes with the... whatever that is. The netting. I think it looks really cool, even if I don't know what it's called. It does make reading the label slightly trickier, though. But this is cask number 4, bottle number 343. Yeah, it's got that little Rozelieures logo on the label there as well. Very cool. Fiji Islands 2001. Oh, I'm very, very much looking forward to this. All right. Let's see if I can make my way into this bottle. Looks like a real cork, which is always fun. I was about to give up, and then it just slid out. All right. I was just about to complain that it's a very tight cork, then it suddenly wasn't. Ooh, that is nice. Crispy Peking duck. Freshly sort of grated ginger. Dark, thick molasses. Like, what is that? It's like a tropical fruit that's been blowtorched or maybe flame grilled. I think it's passion fruit. Wow. That is wild on the nose and very much the kind of depth of flavor that a whiskey fan might be interested in trying. Oh. It smells like like one of those Gordon MacPhail like 50-year-old sherry cask whiskies, which is a very unique style of whiskey and absolutely not for everyone. But it has a bit of that sort of old burnt leather smell to it that those have. Oh. Oh. Wow. Potent. I can't believe how much aroma is coming out of this glass for something that's only 46%, while 45.9% alcohol. All right, well, I'm diving in. Let's see. Wow. That is different. That has taken on a lot of wood flavor. It's quite tannic, and then the finish, it feels like it disappears, but it's actually just because it's nowhere near as strong as the palate. And you tune back into it, you carefully, adjust the frequency. You're like, oh, it is still there, but it's a different flavor. The finish is like Weetabix and caramel sauce, very much like Weetabix. It's like, if you've ever had, I don't know if Weetabix are particularly popular in Canada, but if you ever had Weetabix where you put a little bit of milk in and then microwave it, if you microwave it for a little bit too long and it goes kind of crispy around the edges and it's like almost lightly burnt, that is the finish. And it's still happening now. It's the weirdest experience. It's like full 100% volume. It's like when you turn the TV on or the car radio from the last time you went out on a road trip and you were blasting Spice Girls at the top of the, well, not Spice Girls, but something, at the top of the volume range, and then you get back in and you're like, next day you're hungover and you go into work, you're like, oh yeah, and then you kind of overcompensate. You turn it way down, like lower than you normally would have it, and then you slowly creep it back up to a normal volume again. That's what it feels like drinking this. It's such an aggressive burst of flavor straight up front. And then, yeah, it kind of corrects itself. Wild. Wild. Wild, wild. It absolutely is the flavour you get on super old sherry cask whiskies. Where is that coming from? There's no sherry cask in this. I mean, actually, maybe there is a possibility that the ex-single malt cask is also an ex-sherry cask. Let's face it. All right, what tasting note do they have on this one? Let's see. It was on the paper. Very intense. Yeah, it starts with custard and banana flambe, followed by aromas of peach, hazelnut, and quince with some seaweed. All right. It evolves into marzipan and orange. Yep, I could see that. On the palate, very tropical, gently smoky and fresh, mostly on passion fruit, look at me go, and citrus with tons of vanilla and fresh herbal notes like mint and eucalyptus. Yeah, eucalyptus. And I think that's one of the things I said when I had one of those super old Gordon MacPhails on YouTube there. It has that sort of menthol eucalyptus-y kind of a zinginess on the end. Zinginess. It's a real word, trust me. I wonder what's causing that. Maybe it's the volatile substances. Wild. I mean, 19 years in a bourbon cask is a long time anyway. 19 years in a bourbon cask in probably Fiji has done weird things to this rum, and I am all for it. This is the kind of experience in a spirit that I'm used to seeing 4 digits on a bottle of. And that's not including the cents, by the way. That's 6 digits if you include the cents. And this is definitely not 6 digits, including the cents. Speaking of which, this is, of course, a featured spirit. Anyone who's a part of the Still Explorers, which sign up right now for free at stratliquor.com, can get 10% off. Regular price is $186 even. So 10% off of that, by my math, goes to $168.40. So you can pick up this, yeah, I mean, 20-year-old small batch, crazy finish single cask rum. That's good. That's a good price. I have no idea if it's cask strength or not. That's one piece of information it doesn't really say. I'm going to say yes, because, like, why would they have put 0.9 on it? Very cool. After recording this, I'm gonna go straight to the LDB's wholesale website and see what other single casks they have. I'm excited to try more now. I was not expecting this. That is something else. All right, well, hopefully some of you will come in and try this in the store. If you're a subscriber, it's included in your subscription fee. Come in and try it for free. If you're not a subscriber, you can come in and try this for $4. $4 will get you a nice little half-ounce pour of this beautiful 2001 Fiji Plantation. All right, well, cheers. I'll see you on the next set of videos. Looking forward to seeing what happens next. Oh, also, by the way, check out the events page. Or scroll down to events on the Still Explorers page or any of the club pages to see all of the upcoming events, because they include some special tournament tastings. Now, if you're a Dram Association member, you might be familiar with the tournaments that we do. It's like bracketology, where we choose 8 random whiskies on a theme and they go head-to-head until we find a winner, and we don't reveal them until they get knocked out. We're doing a rum one. We're also doing a tequila one and a gin one. So dates for those and tickets for those are available right now at stratliquor.com. Go to any of the club pages and go down to the events tab, and you'll find them right there. Yeah. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to start another club and to relaunch the both the Juniper Collective and carry on going with the Dram Association. I really hope you enjoyed this club as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah. See you on the next one.